Wagwan me people, quick thing before we kick off. The views where you hear upon the Father to Father podcast, them strictly for why, the hosts, guests and contributors. Them now represent Catholic Notebook, Spirit Stream Studios, the Diocese, University, or any affiliated groups. You see me? And remember, this podcast are strictly for adult ears, so listen up with discretion.
In the Starbucks parking lot. But I'm not your boyfriend. I'm not your therapist. I'm not your barista of existential relief. I am a priest of Jesus Christ.
It's a bar.
I give sacraments, not situationships. So yeah, I love my parish community. But some of y'all need a group chat, a therapist, and a man who texts back. Welcome to the show, everybody.
Welcome to Father, where life and faith meet. A place for the soul, where wisdom speaks. Hope in the message, strength in the beat. Welcome to Father, where life and faith meet.
Oh shit! How you doing, man? How's life been?
No, I'm doing really good.
Yeah. Nah, this week has been like.
This week has been a lot. I'm not even going front with you. It's been a lot.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, no matter how many times I try to tell myself that if we just get to the end of the week, it's going to be all right. I get to the end of the week and I'm like, this sucks.
My problem is I tell myself as long as we get to the end of the week, it's going to be okay. But it's Tuesday when I say that. That's my issue.
Yeah, but you go to bed at some point, which is great. But
yeah, it's not always planned on what time I go to bed, though. It depends on when my work is done or when I'm at a spot where I feel like I can be comfortable enough that I can go to bed and not think about what I still need to do.
Yeah.
That's where I am. No?
And it's one of those things where, like, no matter how much I try, like, I realize that, like, there is a breaking point.
For sure.
And I, like, when I get to that breaking point, I'm just like, you know what? I'm good. I'm good for the week.
My goal is to go to bed before the breaking point. It's like, you know what? I'm going to have a lot of things to do today, a lot of things to do tomorrow, and it's still going to be there regardless if I do it. It's all going to auto repopulate. Yeah. So I'm going to sleep, Jesus. Yeah. Your church. Right.
And the beautiful thing about it is when we go to bed, everything repopulates, just like a new episode of the Father podcast. So welcome to the episode, everybody. I'm Dr. Giovanni. And with me is my right hand, my main man,
Father Greg Lambert.
Hey. People were trying to listen like, that's not the energy they normally bring. What are they talking about? Sleep? They talking about schedules? Ain't no skit. They ain't even got G on them. So what's going on?
Because I'm 30 years old, but internally I'm like 45.
Yeah, I'm like 65, dog.
You got AARP.
Dog, I live like low-key, I do.
Do you slip and fall and you had to press that life alert?
I might. I low-key might. Yo, so I'm gonna let you know this for free. So I was going through Instagram and I came through this thing, which I was just like, you know what? You could always tell someone who gives dope homilies from someone who's never given a good homily before in their life. Because if you've given a dope homily, it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter if you get put on the spot. You can always make it sound beautiful and elegant. So this priest, you could tell he was having a good old time.
The great divine who changed the water. Oh, Jesus Christ, the great divine who changed the water into wine. Protect us from those foolish men who want to turn it back again. Bon appetit.
Yeah, it was. He was asked to do like the blessing.
Okay, like he's doing toast.
Yeah, no. He was asked to do the blessing.
Oh,
he was asked to do the blessing, and so like the beginning of the thing, and he's just like, yeah, come on, guys, like you already prayed. Like, why do you want me to pray again? And they're like, well, Father, you're the priest, and he's like, all right, fine, I'll pray. And then he gets up and he does that, and people are like, hey. So it's just creative. Like I don't know. I think that's cool. Like
no, it is.
Cool. I think it's cool. And you know what? If you don't want to be lame and you want to be just as creative, why don't you just Open up a second screen right now. Go on catholicnotebook.org/F2F. Follow the Father. catholicnotebook.org/F2F. And then it comes up. Boom. Brand new website. Boom. Brand new things. It's amazing.
It's hot. I'm not gonna lie.
It looks hot. Go on the catholicnotebook.org website. I was surprised.
I referred somebody the other day. They really liked it.
Yeah. When I went on the website the first time, I was like, wow, they upgraded. So that means somebody must be paying the light bill.
For all those $3 donations. $12 donations.
Hey, how you think the church survived? You just put Benjamins in the plate? It's not like Benjamins are flying all over the plate. It's all Washington.
$21. It's odd increments. Oh my gosh.
You know, go to catholicnotebook.org/father. Click on that tip jar. Just go click, 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 click. And then be like, yo, we love you. Support us. And if you're just like, yo, we do love you. But you know, the economy's kind of tight right now. Eggs are skyrocketing.
It is.
5 stars. Because you love us. Listen to what I'm saying right now. Us. Not Father Greg, just us. All right? Since you love us, 5 stars. I don't want to hear it. You've had enough time. You had enough time to get used to it.
I mean, I would appreciate it.
Yeah. Appreciate. You're cute. I'm demanding. I don't appreciate it.
That's why we're different.
Dr. Gia says, do you do.
Father to father. 2 different fathers.
Call me daddy.
I can't say that.
Anyway, you ready to get started, man?
Always.
All right, bro.
Hey, tell me, baby, what's the word on the street? Is it love or is it lies beneath our feet? I'm holding
Okay, fine. All right. Here's a brand new segment called Yay or Nay. And basically, we have people emailing us all the time. Catholic Notebook Research Team got them all together and said, hey, these people are in relationship situations. They're in a quandary. And they want to know, should they stay? Should they go? And realistically, we have to say yay or nay. Both of us get a vote. If we conflict, it goes to a tiebreaker. The tiebreaker is just a coin flip at this point because Gia's not here.
Yeah,
so,
yes.
I mean, like, otherwise, like, I'd have to go hunt Gia down and be like, Gia, pick.
Oh, she's doing okay.
No, she's doing good. I talked to her today.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No, she's doing good. She's doing good. She's going to get new sponsors, which is going to be kind of fun.
Good for her.
I know. Alrighty. So, here's the situation. I'm going to give you the situation. You say yay or nay. I say yay or nay. Ready? She showed up at my... Dang it. She showed up at my family reunion pretending to be my dead cousin. We've been dating for 6 months, and she randomly met my aunt at a farmer's market and said that her name was Alyssa and played it off like small world moment. But Alyssa is my cousin who passed away 10 years ago, and somehow she knew the family stories, the nicknames. She showed up at the reunion in a sundress and took a family photo. My grandma cried. And I confronted her, and she said, I just wanted to see if your family would love me without bias. Yay or nay? Yay or nay? Should they stay? Should they stay or should they go? Break up or not? I'm saying break up.
I'm saying nay.
I'm saying break up.
Hard nay.
Nay.
With a restraining order.
I don't. You can't get a restraining order for this. She doesn't pose any harm.
Not yet.
But it doesn't matter. She has to pose real harm, real and immediate harm.
It's going to be real. It's going to be immediate. It's just not. It's just not going to be beforehand. It's a one-shot kill.
Yo. Okay. Next situation. He told me he cured my jealousy by seducing my sister. I admitted I felt insecure around his female friends. He said jealousy is a symptom of fear, and fear is cured by exposure. 2 weeks later, he confessed he slept with my sister on purpose to desensitize me. Called it emotional exposure therapy. What?
Emotional damage.
Break up with him immediately.
Yep.
He said, now you faced your worst fear, and look, you're still standing. That's power, baby.
Oh no, it's terrible. That's so bad. Yeah, nay. Break up with that man.
Yeah, there's no. It's just emotional
Oh,
exposure.
wow.
No. Next, break up with him. Next, she replaced my dog with a lookalike and thought I wouldn't notice. Before we get into this, I'm just gonna let you know right now. Get over yourself. It's a dog. Get over yourself. It's a dog.
Yo, you didn't even got into
I
it
don't
yet.
care. Get over yourself. It's a dog.
Sounds like a trauma response.
Don't care. I went on a business trip. I came home. My dog, same breed, same name, was different. Wouldn't respond to commands. Bark, different vibe. I found the old collar hidden in the laundry. I confronted her. She broke down crying. Apparently my dog got out, and instead of telling me, she brought a nearly identical replacement from a breeder. I didn't want you to get upset, she said. Don't break up with her.
Yeah.
That's a discussion. Get over yourself.
Why are you so aggressive?
Because I'm sick and tired of people like, oh, it's my dog. Like, okay, yeah, I get
You don't
it's your
even
dog.
like dogs.
Yeah, I know.
I know. There you go. That might play into your response.
No, it doesn't. I'm being objective.
Fascinating. Anyway, there's a really good, yeah, for sure. Don't break up. There's a really good chance that this is kind of coming from him too. Like, if there's a reason she felt like she couldn't tell you the truth about your dog dying, as something that's supposed to be like really important.
Oh, no, the dog didn't die. It just got out.
What?
Yeah, dog. She's like, she broke down crying. Apparently the dog got out. And instead of telling me, she bought a nearly identical dog replacement from a breeder.
Oh, so it ran away?
Yeah, it just, like, she opened the door and the dog just bolted out.
I mean, it didn't have you have the original collar, so
Yeah.
somehow it got off his collar. Listen, okay, in that case, she probably made a mistake. Like, she didn't know. Like, he said multiple times, he put it in writing, like, yo, don't open the door, it will run. And she did it. And she's like, if I just get another dog, then it'll be okay.
She just spent thousands of dollars on a new dog.
From a breeder,
From a breeder. Like, just get over yourself. Like, you got a different dog. Train it.
I mean, I still don't break up with her.
Yeah, don't break
It's
up
not a
with her.
conversation.
Yeah. Next.
I was gonna give her undue charity. Like,
It's like, no. She opened the door. The dog ran. The collar fell off. And she's like, oh, no. What do I do? I'm going to spend thousands of dollars on a new guy. Maybe you talk to her about money sense and be like, listen, if something like this happens again, don't spend thousands of dollars.
or just keep the door closed.
Next situation. He faked a terminal illness to get me to move in with him.
No, there's no context. That this is okay.
Whoa. Why not wait for more context? It's a trauma response.
It's not a trauma response. He lied about cancer. Like, is that the same thing?
You don't even know.
Fine, read it.
Projection much?
Read it then.
Okay. We were in a long distance relationship. He told me he had 8 months to live.
You told him what?
He told me
For all the people. Say it again.
He told me he had 8 months to live. I quit my job, broke my lease, and moved across the country. Turns out he's perfectly healthy.
Trauma my left booty cheek. What is this? What is this?
His diagnostic paperwork was an edited PDF file. He said, I just knew I couldn't lose you, and you weren't going to move otherwise.
I mean, she might have.
The fact that she got, like you said, I'm going to die. She quit her job.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what? Nah. Okay, listen. This is going to sound diabolical, but hear me all the way out. Don't break up with him yet.
Yo.
Don't break up with him yet, because you got no place to live. You got no place to live. Listen, you got no place to live. You got to break up with him systematically. And so here's what you do. You stay with him and collect a weekly allowance from him, and then save that weekly allowance. Then you start to slowly take over the household. And while you're slowly trying to take over the household, you start saying like, yo, I'm going to do the shopping for the house. I'll do this. I'll do that. And then, you have a bead for how his schedule works. You start putting your name on all the leases and paperwork and all that stuff. Because, yeah, we're going to be together, baby. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And before he knows it, he's written off half his life over to you. Then you leave.
If you do any of this, it's morally dubious at best.
If he is co-signing it, how she didn't do nothing wrong.
is morally dubious at best.
Hey, listen. Listen, for legal purposes, because I was told originally by our legal team prior to this episode, for legal purposes, anything that we say should be taken with a grain of salt. We are not giving you a blueprint for nothing.
Yeah, nah.
Nothing. We are not encouraging you to do any of this.
You've seen the emails, though. You know who's in our inboxes, dog.
We're not encouraging anything. We are on the record saying we are not encouraging anything. But if you are going to do something, this is what it would look like.
Okay, OJ.
Listen, I didn't do it.
But if I did.
But if I did.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, last one. She sent herself flowers, chocolates, and a fake love letter, then blamed me for not reacting. Valentine's Day, she found roses, a love letter on our porch, and then the note said, "You deserve better, Jay." She broke down crying, accused me of having someone else, slept at her friend's house, blocked me. 3 days later, I saw the same handwriting on our rent envelope. It was hers. I asked her, and she said, "I wanted to see if you'd fight for me." Break up with her.
Break up with her. That's way too much.
No,
that's way too much. And what else is going to put you through in your marriage?
Yeah, I'm gonna let you know this for free. This is the type because I've dated this girl back in 2011. Like, you are in a world of hurt, sir. If she starts with this, next thing you know, she's gonna be like, "Oh, you did this." No, you didn't. No, you didn't. To break up, move. Don't tell her where you're moving to. You can stay in the same neighborhood. Move to a different place in the same neighborhood. Just don't tell her. And just keep it moving.
I've seen that before, too.
I've seen it twice. Orlando, where you at? Anyway, hey! So, that is yay or nay. Tell us, did we get it right? Did we get it wrong? You let us know, kevinnover.org/father2father. kevinnover.org/F2F. Yup. It's Hear Me Out. You know what the deal is. 5 stars means you're in the all clear. 1 star. Confessions on Thursdays. And yes, we are serious about getting that map. I'm going to get the map. And then we're going to start doing it. And when people start telling us, yeah, we got a confession on Thursday here, I'm going to put it on the map. It'll be fun. Maybe it'll be a digital map so we both can see it.
Yeah, sure.
That'll be better. Just share it. That'll be fun. Alrighty. So, but hear me out. I was just checking in. That's all it says. All right. I'm Ethan, 26. I'm not the dramatic type. I don't really do big gestures or I have these really intense breakdown, but $2,000 is $2,000.
All right, I'm listening.
Okay.
I'm listening.
You got my attention, sir. I was seeing this girl, Isabel. We met at a wedding, danced for 2 hours, talked every day after. She was smart, she was funny, quiet, beautiful. Everything I've ever wanted.
I see you.
We dated for almost a year. Things were great. Holidays were coming around, and I got her a necklace for Christmas. Dropped 2 G's on it.
But he's in there.
Then January comes. She says, "Hey, yo." I'm sorry. Then January comes and she says, "I gotta go to the Philippines." I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Wait, whoa. What? Is this a breakup? Is this missionary work? What is? I'm sorry. What is this?
No. I'm saying I'm sorry. I read the line and I was just like, I instantly go scam. Like, yo, she scammed you for a year. That's a lot of scams. $2,000 on a necklace for Christmas. Then January came. She said, "I got to go to the Philippines to visit family."
Oh.
You know, there was no drama. There was no red flags. There was nothing. She said we'd talk and she'd reach out. She bought her ticket. I gave her a tight hug. She landed and then she called me, let me know she was safe. And then she called. And then she called again. And then that started to become less and less and less. And text messages started to slow down. And calls just went straight to voicemail. And I started making excuses for her. Like, you know, maybe she doesn't have a SIM card. Maybe she doesn't have money on her SIM card. Maybe, like, you know, there's time zone differences and we're just not linking up because of the time zone differences. Then one night I just snapped. I opened our old text messages and I saw the address she sent me where she grew up. I booked a flight. And I told myself I was just going to get closure and maybe get my necklace back. $2,000. I just couldn't.
That's probably how much money you spent on the total just to get to the Philippines.
Probably. I just couldn't. Petty? Maybe, but it was engraved.
Oh my gosh.
I showed up at the address. It was walled off, mango trees, the whole nine. A woman in a soft blue habit answered the door. Before I could say anything, her eyes lit up. "You're Ethan." I hesitated.
Oh, white flags. White flags.
I hesitated. Yeah? She laughed, delighted. "Oh, Isabella said you might come one day. We've been hoping." She said you were generous and kind.
Not $2,000 worth of generous and kind.
I blinked, confused. She opened the gate wide. Come. You're part of her story." I stepped through, and there she was, in a novitiate's white veil.
Oh.
Hands folded, eyes full, not sad, just different. She looked at me and softly said, "I thought you knew."
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay. Okay.
Can we just go ahead and also say on the record that skipping out on your relationships and not offering closure is not a gift of the Holy Spirit?
Also, I'm sick and tired of these people doing these things. It makes me feel like, I thought you knew. What you mean? Why am I here if I knew? Oh. He said I couldn't speak. And that's when an older sister touched my arm gently. "Would you like a moment to speak with her privately?" She led me into a side room.
I don't think that's allowed. I feel like that's not allowed.
I don't know. She led me into a side room. Still, I was confused. And she said, "Ethan, I didn't lie."
No, please continue. Continue.
I just wasn't ready to say it. I needed to go somewhere far where no one would follow, to hear God clearly, to be alone.
Bro, you can do that in Kansas. Ain't nobody around. You can do that in Wyoming. There's more cows than people.
I nodded, stunned, because now I knew she wasn't choosing someone else. She was choosing no one at all. She was choosing God. I stood up and pulled out my wallet, handed sister. What? He said, I stood up, pulled out my wallet. I handed the sister $1,300 and said, it's a donation for whatever she needs. She smiled radiantly and said, bless you, Ethan, truly. And I walked outside, got in the cab, and didn't look back. So hear me out. I was just checking in. Now I'm in the hole 36. Did I get finesse?
Honestly. Go ahead and give him the recap.
Okay, so a couple things. You may have heard Father He said, white flag, white flag. Yes. So we got a couple of things that we got going for these Hear Me Outs. If you hear things that sound like certain things, so a white flag just means that there may or may not be a nun involved in the situation.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know. And he was right. So Ethan, 26, met this girl, Isabella. Things were good. Things were great for a year. Things were just vibing. And then all of a sudden she's like, hey, yo, I got to go. After he gave her a $2,000 necklace, he's like, yo, that's cool. You got to go to your parents in the Philippines. You got to go to family in the Philippines. That's great. Call me. And she's like, of course, I'll call you. She leaves, calls. And then the calls are slowing down. And then eventually they just stop and straight on to voicemail. He's like, yo, whatever. And then one night he's just like, yo, $2,000. I can't. And it was engraved. I need to know what the hell happened. He goes to the Philippines. He goes to the place. He finally gets there. And the nun in the blue habit's like, Eden! Oh, she said you would come. Wonderful. Come in. And then she's standing there. And she goes, I thought you knew. We gotta stop normalizing this as a thing.
Okay.
That's not okay. And so that whole thing went down. And then one of the other sisters was like, hey, yo, do you guys need a second to talk? And so they brought her into a side room for them to talk privately. So they talked. She's like, listen, I just need to go a little bit further away to hear God's voice, do this thing. And he's like, I thought it was someone else, da-da-da. So he pulls out $1,300. He pulls out $1,300 and says, for whatever she needs. And just dips. And just doesn't look back.
Which is probably the best ending that there could have possibly been in the situation.
Yeah. So what you think? Also, he says he's $3,600 in the hole. I don't know how he got to 36. So maybe maybe one of the sisters like, hey, we need a new whatever. It's $300. And he just threw on an extra $300. So, yeah.
Well, he's not in the wrong for wanting closure. And he definitely, I agree when he says he snapped and he decided to go to the Philippines to do it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to say this. The Father podcast does not endorse randomly going to a place because someone's not texting or calling you back.
Yeah,
We don't endorse that at all.
Do that.
Don't do it.
That's weird.
Don't do it. We don't know.
This happened to work out in the situation that the nuns are surprisingly very open and very nice about letting him in.
I feel like I have my own theories, but go ahead.
Yeah. Also, where I thought this was going to go was that he was going to finally go over there and say, all right, cool. You're a novitiate. You're not a full nun. You're starting, right? Okay, cool. This is what you want to do. This is what what you feel like your vocation is. Can I have the necklace back? And then she goes, it belongs to the order now. And dog, I'm gonna let you know right now, I'm really tired. I don't feel great. I'm on the mend. I would have crashed all the way out. I would have used every ounce of my energy. I would have crashed all the way out on this podcast right now, dog. I would have lost it.
Ethan, if you're listening to this, let us know. Did you get the necklace back? Because if you didn't,
he probably didn't. Because he seemed like, the way that the story goes, it seems like he was in shock and he decided, yo, I love you. I can see the hope and the beauty and the fullness in your eyes, like when we were dating, if not more so. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you're in the place you're supposed to be. This was the money I was going to use for the rest of my trip here. Just take it. It's a donation. It's going to God. I know that it is. I'm just going to take my leave. That's about as good of an ending as there could possibly have been. But that white flag was hidden. I didn't see that coming. I didn't see that coming at all, my guy.
Yeah, it's true.
I was shocked too. You were shocked. I was shocked. I was waiting with bated breath.
I was shocked. Like I was expecting it was like, yo, she disappeared. It's like, yo, she has a whole family in the Philippines.
Exactly.
It's like whatever. It's like, oh shoot.
Maybe her name's actually Jeff. I don't know. Like you can't tell. I don't know.
I was not expecting her to be a nun.
It's 2025.
Hey, it is 2025. Here's my thing. I think. Okay, I got two thoughts. One of them is diabolical. The other one is just like a little bit more mainstream. So I'm going to tell you the diabolical one just to get that one out of the way. I feel like she was a honeypot. What? The order's losing money. She's attractive to send her out.
Wow. Wow. No.
Hey, it was systematic. You get a year off once a year. Like, hey, once every 3 years, you get a year off.
Mormons?
Some orders get a year. They give their people 1 year off, or they have a rotational time, or they get like a month off, or a couple months off, or whatever.
And so for your month, you are to catfish a man that's giving you money. What is that? Yeah, that's a movement of the Holy Spirit. Like, what is this? What is this?
Listen, I said it was diabolical. I didn't say it was like grounded in any type of like spiritual practice. No, it was diabolical. It was just a thought that came to my mind. I'm like, damn, she was a honeypot. Like, that's not okay. But then here's the other thought that I had. I was like, well, you know, it also seems to me that this is well thought out by her, like exceptionally well thought out. Like, she was in this order. Clearly she was in this order. Clearly she was thinking about either joining this order or in the order already. And then, well, she would have to be, because you're not going to be sent to the Philippines if you're not part of the order. Like, to me, what it seems like, let me tell you what my theory is, and then you tell me the validity, whether or not this is true. I think she was already part of the order. And then, you know how like some orders allow you to have a year before you actually start anything? You have like a year of discernment, which basically you do, like, you have some formation, but it's very loose formation, and you're still living your life and everything like that. But you're not really in the order yet. And in that time period, if you were to walk away, it doesn't cost the order anything, and it's not costing you anything. And so you have that 1 year time. And then after that 1 year time, then you jump into the order. And a lot of orders just give you that first veil to say, okay, now you're locked in. There's no turning back. And that's why that 1 year time would be an interesting time period. And so I think she got that 1 year time. And then after the end of the 1 year, she was getting close to the 1 year time being done. And then she got told, like, hey, you're going to the Philippines. This is where we're sending you to do your novitiate year. And she's like, okay. And then the story that she ended up telling the nuns in the Philippines is like, hey, there's this guy I know. He took care of me. He was really good. Right, but he's a benefactor. He's a benefactor. He took care of me. Look at the necklace he gave me. I'm giving it to the community. I'm being transparent here. I have this. It's worth $2,000. Sell it, take the money, and bring it back into the community. Like, these are things that you would say, like, if you're trying to be like, hey, it's like, hey, he's a benefactor. Mm-hmm. And so she would just praise him as a benefactor for the entire time, with the likelihood that he would. It's like, if he shows up, then fine. If he doesn't show up, then fine. And so he showed up, and she's like, okay, the likelihood that he's actually going to crash out right now is like small. So,
but never zero.
Never zero. But he was so stunned. He just, listen, just take my money and go. Like, I can't process what I'm seeing right now. And so that's my theory. Like,
it's a wild story. That's a wild story to get home with, though. Did you find her? Did you find your lost love in the Philippines? Yeah. Was it bad? No.
I can't. Okay. Could you imagine? Let's flash back for a second. Could you imagine? We were in college together, right? Let's just say we were in college together. And I go, hey, Greg, bro, I'm in love with this girl. And I bring her around the whole time. And you're like, dang, she bad. And I'm like, yeah, she bad. Da-da-da-da. And then Christmas rolls around. I'm like, Greg, I'm spending my first full paycheck on her. I'm getting this ring, this necklace, this $2,000 necklace. And I got it engraved, our names, all this stuff. And she's like, I don't think you want your name on it. And I'm like, all right, true. So I'll just put something fancy on it. It's like, whatever, got it engraved. Gave it to her. She loved it. Yo. And then the next month, I go, damn, she's going to the Philippines. Her parents got sick. If I came to you and said, she's going to the Philippines, dog.
How'd you get that necklace?
Yeah.
Word?
Yeah. She said her parents got sick.
So how long she going for?
She didn't tell me. She said, like, her parents just got sick.
Her parents just got sick. And she don't know when she's going to be back?
Nah, her parents been sick. And she's been mentioning it. But, like, they got worse.
So it's both parents?
I think so.
You think so? She hopping on the flight to the Philippines for you think so?
I think so, dog. I don't know.
So she gonna be there for both parents until what? Both parents get better or both parents die?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Because that can be 6 months to 12 years.
That's a good question.
Is she going to be coming back? Is she in school? Does she have a job?
Well, let me call her. Damn, it went straight to voicemail.
I bet. You out $2,000, my boy.
Dog,
You can break that down in an afternoon. Like,
right. But dog, let me go to the Philippines and then come back, and you knew I went to the Philippines. Mm-hmm. What's the first question you gonna ask me?
I can't ask the first question.
All right, the second question. You can ask the first one. All right, what's the second question? You can ask the first one. What's the second question?
Did you get your money back?
What you mean, my boy?
What do you mean, what do I mean? What happened to the $2,000 necklace?
Listen. She's a nun.
So she don't need that $2,000. What happened to the necklace?
She's a nun, my boy. Like I didn't know she was a nun. She's a nun. And they gave the money to the order. And I gave him $1,300 on top of that.
You could have put that in a collection basket. Pass the plate.
Pass the plate. Oh man! So what's your rating for him? Also, I'm just gonna say this: couldn't be me.
Nah.
I couldn't do that.
Nah, I'm not going to the Philippines. Like, yo, I'm sorry. I can love as deeply as anybody else in this world.
Yeah, I'm out. If I bought a girl something and she dips, I'm out that money.
Yeah, I'm not going to chase after you for it. Like,
No.
I'm not going to be that person.
I'm just out that money.
I'm definitely not going to fly to the Philippines to go and get it.
No, I'm just out that money.
And also, yeah, like, closure is incredibly important and closure is needed.
Yeah, but you can give yourself closure.
You can give yourself closure.
You don't need another person to give closure.
Yeah, no, I'm not hopping on a flight to the Philippines for closure. I'm not even leaving the state for closure. For what?
Okay, you sit in front of the person. Also, as a complete side note,
There's no guarantee they're going to give you closure either.
and that's the thing, no one can. You're
Yeah.
the one that's going to have to decide. Because here's the thing with closure. As a complete side note, we'll get to the rating, but as a complete side note, when you, from a mental health standpoint,
Yes.
closure is about you accepting that whatever it is done. Mm-hmm. And so, like, if you're like, oh, I haven't gotten closure from this situation, that's you saying you refuse to accept the situation is how it presents itself. Mm-hmm. And so you have to decide for yourself whether or not you accept it. Mm-hmm. And so if you're not accepting it, that's on you. That has nothing to do with the other person, because it doesn't matter what the other person says. Mm-hmm. You could just be like, well, I don't believe that. Well, yes, of course you don't. So, like, again, it's on you. Do you accept what you see in before you? Whether you like it or not, this is what happened. Mm-hmm. And so, like, I don't get the whole closure thing.
There is a short list. Well, it's getting longer. There's a medium-sized list of people who have actively said something detrimental about my character in a closed-door meeting that I had nothing to do with. That was absolutely 100% not true.
Oh, yeah.
And I cannot control what they say. Mm-hmm. And I can't really call them out on it either. Because, like, what's the point of that? It's just unity in the church, right? And so between all that stuff, I have to be able to have the closure and the ability to find closure in myself of I can't control their actions. Mm-hmm. And what they did was wrong. Right. They had their reasons for it. And I may never understand their reasons. Yeah. I can do conjecture. I can follow the breadcrumbs. I can have all these different conspiracy theories on my board. But at the end of the day, they did what they did. And now it's my choice to do what I'm going to do about it.
Facts. And, you know, that's 100%.
Yes.
And, you know, the other thing that we really need to stop doing is this: the person was safe for me to be around until I say, I don't want to be around you anymore. No, stop it. Why we keep breaking up with people in public? Do it privately. If you two were in a private relationship before, you were being intimate buddy before, and you're sitting there going like, no, we got to be in private because I don't think I'm safe. Listen, if that crosses your mind, if that legitimately crosses your mind where you're like, I don't feel safe breaking up with you, then you should have never been in the relationship with that person to begin with. But that's you can't have it both ways. You can't be like, oh, I'm going to sleep with you, but if I break up with you, I got to do it publicly because I don't trust you to, like, control yourself. What? That doesn't make any sense.
That's not good.
No.
And plus, doing something like that's intimate in such a public place never ends well. It's not good for either or.
No, and you never get to say what you want to say anyways.
Exactly.
Because it's like, listen, you're on performance. Now, if you're someone like me, I don't care. Like, you want people to see it? Fine. I got a story for you. But what's your rating?
We're rating the guy, right?
The guy, he got a 5.
Yeah.
To me, he got a 5.
Yeah, he didn't do anything wrong.
He didn't do anything wrong. If anything, he went above and beyond.
Yes, he did.
He went
That's
above
the
and
first one
beyond.
I've got where it ended so well.
Yeah.
He's got a whole clean bill of health.
And he probably went to confession afterwards and be like, my bad. Like, it's like he went above and beyond. If anything, she needs to really check herself. Like, hey, yo.
You can't be out here leading people astray.
Yeah.
Not offering closure.
Yo, what you think? Did we get it right? Did we get it wrong? That's up to you. Let us know. CaptainNoble.org/father. That's CaptainNoble.org/F2F. Drop us a line. We out. Move your mic. What? Move your mic up. You're uncomfortable. We already know you're going to start swaying.
Jeez, whatever. Let's go.
We already know what this is. Anyway, all right. So we got a new segment. It's fun. It's fun. This one is called "We're on the Street." There's this thing going around right now. It says like I love X but Y. Right, so it's like I love my wife, but this. I love my girlfriend, but this. I love my boyfriend, but this. I love my brother, but this. Whatever. So Catholic Research Team was like, "Yo, we like that. That's kind of fun. Let's go ask people these questions." So they went out and said, like, "All right, hey, yo, priest,
priest."
Yeah, no, they went to the priest first and said, "Hey, yo, priest." And really, what they did is they went to the priest, and there was the one guy that came back, and he was ferocious. And so we're going to start with that one, and then we'll go to the other ones. Sounds good?
Sure.
I love my parish community. But and then this person decided not to follow the format, but whatever. I love my parish community. I do. I love the grandmas who sneak tamales into my office. I love the kids who high-five me after mass. I even love the guy who thinks he invented Gregorian chant because he heard it once on vinyl. But please, for the love of the Universal Church and all who sat on the throne of St. Peter, stop using my confessional as a therapy office. Ooh. Father, can we get a quick confession? Sure. Let's keep it simple. Next thing I know, it's 23 minutes in, and I'm deep in a story about your second cousin's husband's affair that happened in 1998. This isn't Law and Order SVU, Sacramento Victims Unit.
Oh no.
This is reconciliation. Bring sin, receive mercy. Get out. We're not here for a spiritualized TED Talk followed by tears and trauma processing. Go to counseling. Your insurance covers it.
Maybe.
Also, he's not done. Also,
there's more?
Yeah, there's more. Stop asking me to stop asking me to go get coffee to talk. I know what that means. You're not trying to talk. You want me to be your rent-a-boyfriend with a collar. Ooh. Ooh. You want me to stay here, say something tender, nod like I understand, quote a saint you'll forget, and then hug you like an emotional plug you never had. No. I'm not that guy. Yes, I'm going to say something comforting. Yes, it's probably going to make you cry in the Starbucks parking lot. But I'm not your boyfriend. I'm not your therapist. I'm not your barista of existential relief. I am a priest of Jesus Christ.
That's a bar.
I give sacraments, not situationships. So yeah, I love my parish community. But some of y'all need a group chat, a therapist, and a man who texts back. Welcome to the show, everybody. Oh, jeez. If you didn't wake up, that's going to wake you up. Listen, that's not me. That wasn't me talking. That was someone that was a priest.
You're going to get an angry email, dog.
That wasn't me. He's still undone.
He's still going?
He's got a little bit more.
Talk to a spiritual director.
He's like, so yeah, I love my parish community, but some of y'all need a group chat, a therapist, and a man who texts you back. And none of these are me. Not anymore. Not today. Not before 9 a.m.
Wait, what?
So have you been in any of these positions? Any of these situations?
I mean, I think all priests have. That's nope.
That's not true. I can name 4 priests off the bat.
Yeah, me too.
I can bait them out right now.
Yeah, no, I have. And you got to be wise enough to know the situation that you're walking into. Like, you got to be able to see it coming from far enough away. And if you have enough practice, you can see it coming from far enough away.
Right.
You can see someone's situation and realize, oh, this is what they're looking for right now. I'm going to be extra careful in what I say, what I do,
right.
how I say, and how I do it.
Right. So, like, okay, I love my parish community, but finish the sentence. I love my parish community, but
no, because I'm still a side of my parish community. Absolutely not.
Oh, come on. You can still, like, you can say, like, yo, I love my parish community, but, you know, sometimes I don't feel good enough to lead y'all. Like, I don't know. Like what it is? Like, what is it for you? Like, you love your parish community, but, you know, listen, I'm not a walking encyclopedia of, like, the, you know, idiosyncrasies of the Catholic Church.
Well, I'm not, but at the same time, who else are they going to ask? Like, I'd rather they ask me than ask some random dude on YouTube who is pseudo-Christian.
That's fair.
Oh, this is what the Catholic Church believes? Like, no, don't do that.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. But I mean, like, yo, it's a real thing. Like, we have more from other priests, but, like, that's setting the tone for, like, what this is. All right, I love my parish community, but right? All right. So, next one. I love my parish community, but y'all need to stop calling everything a ministry. Brunch is not a ministry. Your essential oils group, not a ministry. A Facebook Messenger chat entitled Catholic Baddies is definitely not a ministry. Stop
a group chat.
Stop giving your hobbies halos.
That's also a bar.
Yeah. Yo, they're going to priests with, like, I want to know where they got the priests.
I want to know exactly which ones they got. These are young priests.
Yeah,
There's no way. This is a 60-year-old priest. This is a dude who's 32. He's seen life. He's like, yo, this is not what they promised me. I'm tired. Like,
yo,
also,
like,
get your hands off me.
It's like, yes, I got a haircut. Yes, I look crispy. Get away from me. Like, yo. It's like, yo, Father, you dropping $450? Yes, I'm dropping $450. Why does that matter? Can I just work on my body, please?
Well, this happened to me yesterday.
Oh,
for the first time I was at the gym. It's a big, nice gym, spacious. I see my parishioners fairly regularly, right? Mm-hmm. I used to be at another gym across town, and I loved that gym because it had everything that I needed. It was very simplistic,
right.
You know, not crazy looking, not a whole bunch of mirrors. And on top of that, it had one of those codes. You need a code to get in.
Right.
So if you weren't a part of the church, if you weren't a part of the, see where my mind is, if you weren't a part of the gym, you couldn't walk in and just see things. So I liked being able to be there, work out, and it was usually pretty secluded.
Right.
They closed.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, it was too secluded. They weren't making money.
It's like, yo, this is perfect. It's like, yo,
just for me, and that was the problem. So I go to this big complex. It's awesome. It's really cool. Shout out to them, Sportsplex in Waterloo. They're fantastic. And,
oh, you go to Sportsplex?
Yeah, I go to Sportsplex. It's fun.
I got a story for you, but all right.
And I'm walking by. I see my parishioners every now and again. I'm walking in random Thursday, and one of the people who works there, I saw her. She might like listen to this at some point. I saw her. I did not recognize her. I see thousands of people a year. I didn't recognize her. She recognized me. She knew my whole name. She said, Father Gregory. I said, oh, hello. You know, it's good to see you. She's like, I didn't know you work out here. I'm like, yeah, I do. Like, she might, I don't know. Maybe she's new. I don't know. I've never seen her before. I don't know. And so I'm like, all right, cool. And as I'm going up the stairs, I'm thinking, That could be from my parish. That could be from the neighboring parish across town.
Or that could be a listener. That could be a straight up listener.
That could be a listener. That could be a young adult. That can be a college student. That can be someone who I've seen or heard of in the confessional. That could be. There's so many places where I can know that person.
Right.
The amount of humanity that rolls through my life on a weekly basis is insane. And I'm like, she was smiling. She was happy, very warm, very kind and courteous.
Right.
I'm looking at her. I'm like, I don't know where you're from. Then she told me her name. I'm like, I never heard that name before. Who are you?
Where you're from. Don't know what you've been.
But she was really sweet. Yeah, I know. Hey, shout out to Sadie. You're fantastic. I hope that you're doing well.
You name dropping her?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. That's your business. Hey, what's up, Sadie? We'll put horns here. Oh, shoot. That's wild, dude.
Yeah, nah.
That's wild.
Sweet young lady.
Next one. I love my parish community, but please stop texting me after 10 p.m. about urgent discernment. No, Sarah, you don't need a spiritual direction, emergency spiritual direction at 10 p.m. There's a response team because your situationship liked your ex's post. Ooh, go light a candle.
Ooh,
go to bed.
Yeah, nah. Like I'm not doing that unless it's an emergency.
I mean, there's no emergency after 10 p.m. Like, what's really going on?
I mean, there are emergencies after 10 p.m., but I mean, there's nothing that I can do after 10 p.m. unless I'm anointing you.
Are you dead or dying?
I mean, I can pray for you. I can pray with you.
Yeah, but like, are you dead or dying?
Exactly. Again, it needs to be an actual emergency.
That's what I'm saying.
And not like, my boyfriend broke up with me. I mean, like an emergency, like, I would pick up the phone for a family or families that I know very personally. And the only reason they're calling me is like, hey, I'm having a legit issue, family emergency. I need either some counsel. Can you pray for me? Can you pray with me? Okay, no problem. If you're calling me at 10 p.m. saying, I don't know where my life is going, bro, go to sleep, eat a snack.
Yeah, we got a 1-800 hotline for that.
I can't. Eat a snack, go to sleep. Pray fervently, but eat something, take care of yourself. Take a shower, take a warm shower, go to bed, take care of your body, take care of your mental. If your world is still falling apart tomorrow morning, then it's a serious situation. If it's not and you just need to rest, you just need to eat some, you just need a hot shower, you just need some self-care, like real self-care. Like sometimes when you're not working and doing all this other extra stuff and being busy, not being overstimulated. Yeah. All right, take care of yourself for a second.
No, I feel you on that. But like legit, there is a hotline for that. There is like a 1-800 number you can call. Like there's a non-suicide hotline that you could call. Like if you're just like, I don't know who to talk to, and they just talk to you for like 10 minutes, and then they like direct you to someone.
Huh?
It's pretty interesting. Like it's a weird type of thing. It's a service. It's just like, we have it, and people use it clearly because they've been in business for a while.
I mean, hey, I guess more on you.
But I mean, like, a lot of people, like, you got to understand, like, your emergency is not everybody else's emergency.
Yeah. I mean, I'm in a weird place where someone else's emergency is an emergency, and so I just respond.
Right. Yeah. No, I feel you on that. But, like, Monsignor Fiore's old rule, just like Confessions on Thursdays, he also had a second rule. If you wouldn't call 911, don't call me.
Yo.
Don't call me. No, because that, and if you think about it, it's fair. Because if the emergency is not big enough for me to call 911, like if someone is like, I think she's dying and she needs help, or he needs help, or whatever. Yeah, I would call my priest. I'd be like, I think this person's dying right now. Can you come and anoint them? That would make sense. But listen, someone posted something on Facebook and now I feel a certain type of way because I decided to scroll on Facebook instead of going to sleep. That's not a 911 emergency.
Oh, definitely not.
So I mean, like, it works pretty well. If you wouldn't call 911, don't call me.
Well, I'm kind of harder to get to because I don't give out my personal cell phone number.
Yeah.
It was like only a few people have it.
Yeah. No. It's not everywhere like Tic Tacs.
And you know it's a problem because when someone does have my number and I'm giving it to them, you always hear the first thing is like, "Oh, thank you so much for that," and I promise I won't abuse it.
Yeah,
like,
I promise I won't abuse it.
Exactly.
It's like, wait a minute, what?
Like you know why I don't give it out.
It's like, wait. Why is that your first motive? Like, why not just like, oh, thank you, and if I need it, I'll call it.
Exactly.
Not like, I promise I won't abuse it. Like,
Exactly. Like, thank you for giving me this infinity stone. And with this, I will not reshape the universe. I will hold it for you, and I'll only use it in Incredible. I'm like, yo, what the heck? They give me like the whole Green Lantern like motto, and blackest nights
in darkest hours, you will see my Green Lantern light. Yo, that's the end of the segment, everybody. Man, that was a great show, wasn't it?
always.
Oh, man. Yeah. Well, for all of us here at Father, Spiritual Studios, and the greater Catholic Noble family, we love you. You're very special.
Go forth and bear good fruit.
We out.
Father to Father is a production of Spirit Stream Studios. All rights reserved.